back of the net.
Hello and welcome to a rather overcast Scotland. We're here at Gibbs Hill Park in North Lanarkshire, home of Harthill Royal Football Club for the Army Super Cup final. It's reserves versus regulars and Scotland versus England today, as one Mercian, the winners of the Army Challenge Cup, take on the winners of the Reserve Cup, 6 Scots. For the Mercians, it's their first appearance in the Army Super Cup final, but for the Jocks, they've been here once before, taking part in the delayed 2022 final last year. So how's the mood in both camps ahead of the match? We've been speaking to both managers ahead of kick-off. Sergeant Wood, we're here for the Army Super Cup final. How are you feeling ahead of kick-off?
A little bit nervous, to be honest, but we always have these nerves before we go into games like this. But the team's mentally ready, I feel. They've been here before, 2 times already this season, so we're in a good place and we're ready for a good game.
And off the back of a fresh success as well.
Yeah, we've just come off a victory against 2 Scots in the Infantry Cup final on Thursday, so the lads are ready to go for this one to get the treble.
Yeah, you'll be hoping to get another one over the Royal Regiment of Scotland. What do you know about them? Do you think they'll pose quite a threat to you today?
I haven't really read into what threats they have. However, I know they're going to be a good challenge for us, and we look forward to a good battle on the field, and hopefully we take home that cup.
And of course a busy time for the Mercians as well. Just coming up here yesterday, a lot of guys on exercise, so what would it mean for you guys to claim the silverware?
Yeah, it would mean a lot, obviously. We're busy times at the moment. We've got people down in Castlemartin, we've got people on exercise in Salisbury Plain, so to get the lads out of that to come play football, hopefully there'll be a lot of people watching back home, and we can get that result for them, bring that cup back.
Well, very best of luck to you.
Yeah, just quickly, just want to say shout out to WO2 Luke Mason, who obviously can't be here today, and Sergeant Foster as well, obviously the first coach. Put a lot of time into this team, and this is for you lads. Hopefully we bring home the cup for you, and to all the fans back there, hope we bring it back for you too. Thank you very much.
Captain McKnight, another Super Cup for 6 Scots. You'll be hoping to go one better today as well.
100%. So second one in the last 2 years. We were unfortunate in the previous Super Cup final where 4 Reg beat us in penalties, so let's hope it doesn't go to penalties today, and let's hope we can get the victory completed in 90 minutes.
Winning's becoming a little bit of a habit, a second Reserve Cup in 3 years. You'll be hoping to carry that on. How do you approach this match, and what do you think the key to success is today?
So we approach it the way we approach every match in the Army Reserves. It's a difficult space to play football, noting that the time allocated to people and how we get people to train and so on and so forth, but we'll approach it exactly the same as we approach any game. We will play and ensure we've got communication on the pitch. That is the key to success today.
And the Mercians have had a bit of success recently with the Army Challenge Cup, also the Infantry Cup, beating 2 Scots this week. Just what kind of a challenge do you think they'll pose?
So, like any team, whether they've won an Army Cup or an Infantry Cup, we will approach it exactly the same way. They will pose significant threat, especially in the midfield. However, we've got key players in them areas that we can combat that.
You hoping home advantage will come into play?
Well, yes, I think it will be a good point, and it will assist us going forward.
And just finally, what would it mean to the guys to claim that Army Super Cup win?
It will mean everything. So we've been there twice now, and we haven't won it yet. So hoping today we change that.
Well, all the best to you.
Thanks very much.
Now both teams come into this match off the back of success earlier in the year. One Mercian triumphing in that Army Challenge Cup final with 3-0 win against the Royal Tank Regiment. They'll be hoping it will be first time lucky in the Army Super Cup and they'll take the trophy back down south to England. For 6 Scots, a 2-1 win against 3 Royal Welsh in the Reserve Cup booked their place here. They of course lost the delayed 2022 final to 4 Royal Logistics at the beginning of last year. They'll be hoping to finally pick up that elusive Army Super Cup. Now it's time to hand you over to our commentary team, Andy Halliday, who's alongside John Knighton.
What a fantastic trophy that is. Dave, thanks very much indeed, and a very warm welcome to Harthill Royal Junior Football Club here Gibbs Hill Park is their home at SCOTS, just outside. Well, we're roughly between sort of Edinburgh and Glasgow here, and it's brilliant to be here with you today. The fog which we had earlier on is clearing, or has cleared, we're very pleased to say. So it's a really lovely autumn morning here in Scotland, and you're more than welcome today for this, the first of many of our autumn live broadcasts that we'll be bringing you here on our BFBS Forces News channel. And great to have you with us. Great to have Andy Halliday with me as well, alongside the doyen of Army referees. Andy, thanks a lot for joining us today. The two teams, as you can see, coming out onto the pitch now ahead of the game. And well, I'm not quite sure whether, do we regard this as the sort of showcase opener of a new season or the culmination of the last season, because we've got obviously the major units final winners in 1 Mercian against the reserve winners in 6 Scots.
Hiya, John. It's nice to be here. I think it's a bit of both, isn't it? It's a sort of the 2 cup finalists, or the winners of the cups, were one from last year, so we must think it's from last year, surely.
So a bit like the Community Shield, I guess,
yeah, a bit like that,
in English football. As you can see, the VIPs, or some of the VIPs, are now going out to be welcomed, to welcome the 2 teams who are standing by. I should say a very good afternoon to the honorary colonel of 6 Scots. That's General Alistair Bruce. What a name he is to conjure with, and he's now being introduced first of all to the players from 1 Mercian today. Alongside him is the commanding officer of 6 Scots, Lieutenant Colonel Lee Curzon, and also there the brigade commander from 19 Brigade, Brigadier Lisa Brooks as well, who is out there as well, being introduced to everybody, and also the director of Supercat, Phil Applegarth as well. You can see him in the shirt there, the main sponsors today. And obviously just goes to show, doesn't it, Andy, how important the sponsors are for events like this, for them to take place.
Yeah, they are vital, John. It's just without that sort of sponsorship and sort of behind the scenes sort of sponsor money, we wouldn't be able to put these things on.
Absolutely. Well, the 2 teams, as you can see, lining up in the white shirts, that of course is the team from 6 Scots, who they've been here in this final before. 2 years ago they were the beaten finalists, just on penalties, very sadly for them. They're anxious, I'm sure, to get themselves into a winning position this time, but they're up against 1 Mercian, who are a side who really are unbeaten, I think, in their season. They've had a fantastic season, haven't they? Yeah,
they've had a really good season. It'll be a tough match for the 6 Scots, although they've travelled less, quite markedly.
That is another story, which maybe we'll come into in a second. But 6 Scots, they know how to score goals, Andy. They beat 4 Lancs in their run-up to the reserve final, won 4-2 there. They beat 152 Regiment RLC 5-0, and then they had a victory over the 3 Royal Welsh by 2-1. So that's 11 goals they scored, and only 3 conceded on their way to winning the Reserve Cup. So they know how to score goals, but then again, so do the Mercians too. Although we have to say, as you say, that they've travelled a long way. Believe it or not, they set off from Salisbury at 12:30 a.m. this morning. They travelled through the night in a minibus to be here, and a lot of the lads, of course, are on exercise as well, or on exercise at Castle Martin, and a couple of the lads actually left the exercise at 7:30 last night to get the minibus to get here. So, but they're not making excuses for the fact that they will be absolutely shattered after that journey.
No, they're not. And I think some of them are going straight back onto exercise as they travel back down. But they'll not make excuses, and I think they'll be a strong side. And you're right, 6 Scots have scored many goals and conceded quite a small number. However, I think it'll be a good game.
I think it'll be a good match too. The VIP is just being introduced to our officials today. Maybe you can come in and talk about our officials today, because you probably train most of them.
I've trained all of them. In fact, you've got Adam Crozier, who's the man in the middle, experienced referee, and then you've got Jamie Gibson and Joe Martindale, he's his 2 assistants. So, and then Ryan's on his 4th man. So yeah, it should be a good game for them.
But we hope they have a good day today. And as far as the Mercians are concerned, obviously their head coach is W02 Mace Mason. Unfortunately, he can't be here today, and neither can the second assistant as well, Sergeant Foz Foster, because I think they are actually involved at Castle Martin on an exercise. So guys, if you're watching us today, then I'm sure you're keeping everything crossed for the boys today. But looking after the team for them is Sergeant Mark Woody Wood, and he's had a bit of a selection issue because a lot of the players that we might have been expecting to play are not available. So I'll kind of go through. They're all on squad numbers as well, but their captain today is Private Northledge, captain, 24 years old, C Company. He's just introducing the rest of his squad to them. They've got players who know how to score goals, and obviously that they gave us a squad of 14 players, so they're all sort of in a hodgepodge in terms of numbers. But Orchard has got to the goalkeeping spot today, so he'll be starting the starting lineup there in goal for them. But unfortunately for them, I think MK, who's the man who scored all their goals in that Army Cup final victory, which we remember just a few months back, he's now joined the Royal Engineers. So although I think he was technically available to play, has not been able to play. So he's not in their side. This is obviously the 6 Scots who are just being introduced now to their team. And in the green shirts today, we've got the Mercians. They're just now waiting for this game to start. But this Super Cup, I think, it's only been going really since 2015, so it's a fairly new competition, isn't it, Andy?
It is, yeah.
But a lot to play for. I'm old enough to remember the old NAFI-sponsored trophy, the Jubilee Cup at the end of the season, where the winners of the Army, the RAF and the Royal Navy battled it out to see who was going to be the Supreme Forces champions.
Yeah, they'll both want to win this, John. It's not just another game. It's a Super Cup final, so they'll both want to win this. They'll want the accolade of being the best team in the Army overall.
And as I mentioned, of course, with 6 Scots, they were the beaten finalists in 2022. The match was played at the beginning of last year, an indoor arena in Glasgow, which was a very tight competition. It ended at 1-1, I think, at full time, but then it was won on penalties by 4RLC in a penalty shootout, which brought us some extra drama. And I should tell you as well that we will have extra time and penalties if we are level here at the end of 90 minutes. So we're in shots, hoping for lots of shots on target. I'm sorry, I thought I'd get one out of the way quickly.
Not having too many shots ourselves at the side here.
But just waiting now for the last of the VIPs. They're obviously having a decent chat with everybody today, and I'd imagine this is a really big day for certainly for the brigade here to have the likes of one of the most respected generals. And if you want to hear any comments about anything to do with the British military, one of the first people that news people will turn to is General Alistair Bruce, who is the honorary colonel of the regiment. So for them to have him here, how fantastic is that?
Yeah, it's good for them. It really is, John. They'll be wanting to show off their best today.
And he's the outgoing Castle Governor, honourably a colonel of 6 Scots, as we've mentioned, General Alistair Bruce. He's just being introduced now to the last of the players.
Probably why he's lingering a little bit longer at 6 Scots than he did at 1 Mercian.
Absolutely. Lee Curzon is here today. I should mention someone who's not here today, and that's Colonel David Jones, the Vice Chairman of the Army Football Association. I'm sure, Davey, you're watching today, hopefully, where you are out there in warmer climate, shall we say, than here today. But wherever you are today, we'd love to hear from you, of course. Matthew Sullivan says good luck to both teams. Jamie Doig is watching as well. Jamie, of course, is getting Leicester Tigers ready for their new rugby season. But it's time now for the national anthem. So the national anthem then, and it means we're very almost ready to start then the coverage here. Our live coverage today coming to you from a very quiet part of Scotland, but they've been so looking forward to it at the club here, I think, Andy, from what I was finding out earlier on.
Yeah, they've looked after us very well this morning, John. It's been a really pleasant atmosphere, so looking forward to a good game now.
So if you're anywhere in this district, why don't you get yourselves down here and watch a cracking game of football, because I think, as you said, Andy, we are expecting a really good game here, a very competitive match between the Mercians and Six Scots. As I mentioned, Six Scots desperate to get themselves rather than being the beaten finalists as they were a couple of years ago, to be the winners, but Mercians are going to be a difficult nut to crack. So just sort of going through their team then, we've got Orchard in goal with Gibbo Gibson. Sergeant Ismay, wearing number 5 today, is their captain. Private Northledge. Adam Smith wearing 6. Wearing number 9 is Private Smith. Number 10 is Lewis Kennedy. Wearing 12 today is Lance Corporal Nicholson. Private Francis 13. Unlucky for some, but hopefully lucky for many. 14 is Lieutenant Clydesdale, the only officer I think in their squad today. 15 is Private Duffield. 18 is Private Cato. Warrant Officer 2 Lawrence is wearing 19. And number 20 is Craftsman Nicholson. The Six Scots team, in goal for them is Andy Devlin. Daniel McInnes wearing number 16 today at the back with Darren Bogle. David McGrattan is wearing number 4. Their captain today is Craig Thompson, who is just now there doing the coin toss. Of course, he's wearing number 5 for them. Number 6, Ryan Campbell. Number 7 is Kieran Donoghue, wearing number 7 today. Ryan Campbell wearing number 10. Stuart Pollock wearing number 6. Rhys Donoghue at 4. Martin Orr up front wearing number 9, with Sean Beggy as well at number 11. That's their starting 11. They're on the bench. They have numbers 12 right through to 15. So we'll mention the subs as and when they appear. So just the last few bits being dealt with by the officials here.
It's absolutely perfect conditions, isn't it?
It's absolutely still as anything. I was very worried this morning when the fog was down.
Yeah, so was I.
Thinking, is it going to clear? But actually, it's really quite mild and very warm up in here in this area of Scotland. In West Lothian we are, isn't it?
We are.
And so we are just about ready to go. There's the final bits being made, and it's going to be the team in green. That's One Mercian, who are going to be kicking off, playing from right to left as we are looking from our position in the very small stand here at this wonderful little ground. So away we go then for this 2024 Army Super Cup final. A long journey have the Mercians had to make, all sat in the back of a minibus since 12:30 this morning. A great effort from them to get themselves up here for this game. So I suppose you would say, Andy, that the initial advantage has probably gone to Six Scots here, because obviously they're the local lads.
Yeah, they probably travel less, obviously, John, but you never know.
Well, they have a free kick then, almost on the halfway line, and it's going to be their captain to take it. Flicks it into the box, and straight away I think the flag went up for offside. So early touch of the ball then for Orchard. But that didn't quite go the way he expected it to go. So coming up then to take the throw in is Darren Bogle. Into the box we go. Good early moments then, this for Six Scots, but nicely brought clear by the Mercians. Well, good competitive early challenges coming in. Safely into the hands though of Dave McGrattan. He'll pick up the 1-2, try and collect it, but the ball goes back in the end as far as Thompson. Nice through ball, goalkeeper comes to challenge it.
Run the line well there, number
Yeah,
9.
I think that was an important challenge that he had to make there for that.
And Martin always run the line well there.
Here's Smith, takes the 1-2, does really well. Out onto that left-hand side, and it's going to be a throw then to the Mercians, and Northledge is going to take it. I wonder if he's got looks like he might have a long throw here, winding himself up for a long throw. It is. A bit of a howitzer comes into the box. Eventually cleared for them by Danny McInnes, wearing number 16. So just a couple of minutes gone here, and another opportunity then for the Mercians. It looks like they've got someone else who's got a long throw too in their side. And that will be a corner kick, the first one of the game. It looks like it's going to be Lewis Kennedy, one of the two Kennedy brothers, who's going to take it for them. First corner of the match then. Early opportunities for one Mercian then to get themselves on the score sheet early doors.
It's good for the Mercians trying to get a bit of a nuisance with the goalkeeper, which is always the case.
I'm sure as a referee you're going to be looking at that,
Always.
worrying about infringements. Oh, and the ball went right across the face of the goal.
Foul in the middle.
But in fact there was a foul in the end. I think it was Lawrence there who maybe just had a bit too much of a tussle with Andrew Devlin, the goalkeeper. Good start this though for the Mercians here, putting early pressure on SCOTS. And you would expect the Mercians have had such a good season, haven't they? I think
yeah, they're not bad. The good side. They've been playing well together for a long time now. So although they're missing a few players, they're still a good side. You saw that in the cup final.
Yeah, well, they it was a 3-0 win, I think, in the end, wasn't it?
Was,
and yeah, they played extremely well. But it's SCOTS then with the throw, then on that far side of the field. Big bench for both teams, lots of players to choose from. Quite a few players have got
Strong challenger from Danny Grattan.
yeah, numbers that don't correspond with what I have as well in my team sheet, so you'll have to forgive us. We'll try and get those sorted as soon as we know. Not a lot of numbers available. And the players who are out. Great header clearance. Gibbo Gibson keeping the pressure up. But that ball will be a throw then to the Mercians. And it's Private Gibbo Gibson who's going to take it. Decides to go back to his goalkeeper. Launches it forward. Nice header on. And well defended though by the SCOTS. They bring it clear now with Donahue. One back though by the Mercians.
Yeah.
Well,
Simple little foul.
yeah, it was just a little tap, wasn't it? And but well spotted. By Adam Crosser, looking after things today, said how delighted he is to be in charge of this final today.
Yeah, it's a great honour for him to be on this one, and for all the boys.
I think we sometimes forget that the officials who, spend a lot of time, maybe officiating at quite a junior level in football. When they get a chance to do a game like this, it means an awful lot.
Yeah, it means an awful lot to them. It means an awful lot to them, John. And they all work for that. So. And the guys put the commitment in to get the rewards for it, and deservedly so.
So it's a second corner then for the Mercians. Nicely floated in, and a header on the end of it. And the referee says that did not come off a defender, so it'll be a goal kick. Lewis Kennedy looks like he's got corner kicking duties on both sides of the field.
Both teams finding their feet and just sort of getting used to the other team, see how they can break them down, I think.
But for me, it's a really competitive opening to this game. But the Mercians doing all the pressing at the moment, looking for this early chance. 7 minutes played here. Throwing down the line. That's a long ball forward from the captain, from Thompson. And chasing after it is Sean Begbie. What a name that is to conjure with. He's done well there. Has he won the corner? No, he hasn't. But it looks to me like on the break, that could be Six Scots' best opportunities in these early moments anyway.
Fairly good turn of speed, definitely. Bit more than I have nowadays.
And me too. Really important challenges coming in from Six Scots, and now coming forward for them is Donahue.
Then went to Martin Orr.
Yeah.
Oh, well done.
That's good defensive work though from Adam Smith there, gets back well. We were just speculating if there's any shots go high and wide over the bar, certainly at the clubhouse end of the little ground here. I think there might be quite a few broken windows maybe in the houses behind, but the odd greenhouse shot, possibly.
I'm sure they're used to it.
In fact, they've got to go and recover a ball at some stage. I think it is going to be a throw-in though, which Bogle will take.
I'm sure Harthill are used to retrieving balls in their weekly games.
Can I have my ball back, please? Oh, and the ball just squirted away in the end.
Just
From
in time, just a nick of time as well.
Yeah, Donahue was lining up to shoot it, and the ball just seemed to skid away from him. Good moments these for Six
Good
Scots,
tackle
but
by Northey, yeah.
brought clear by the team in the green shirts. And forward down the field, there's a chase on here. Important defensive work from Craig Thompson there to deny the on-rushing green shirts, but I think an offside flag has gone up, hasn't it?
A little foul, a little push, I think.
A bit of a push, so. Yeah, the classic phrase from any young boy or girl to next door, can I have my ball back, please? In fact, I was playing tennis the other day, actually, Andy, and believe it or not, the bowling club next door, a bowling ball came over onto our court, and I heard this shout, can we have our ball back? I've never heard that before from a bowling green.
Was it a ball or a ball?
Well, it was a proper bowling ball. I don't know how on earth it appeared on the tennis court.
It's a wild shot, that.
Back to the game. We'll give you a few mentions who are watching. There's an offside flag, I think. Yeah. Just
Martin Orr going a little bit.
Yeah, Martin just timed his run, not quite right. A few mentions. Phil Bright is watching. Good morning to you, Phil. Good afternoon. Etz Hume is Morgan Hume and Mickey Hume, and Con Price is watching. Afternoon to you, Conrad. All watching on Facebook today, and lots of you watching on our YouTube channel. I'll try and mention a few of you wherever you are around the world, the Forces world. It's great to have you with us for this, our first of many autumn outside broadcasts that we're bringing you here on BFBS Sport over the next few months. My goodness, be looking at the diary, I don't think we're going to be in the office very much over the next few weeks. The ball curled over, and it's into the net. Oh, and that was a disaster for Six Scots.
That's Kennedy that scored.
Lewis Kennedy was on the end of it, and he timed it perfectly. So, with 11 minutes gone, it's one Mercian who have opened the scoring here. Where it was a long clearance, wasn't it, from that free kick?
Yeah, from the goalkeeper as well.
Yeah, from the keeper. And
nobody dealt with it, and it was...
Well, it was a disaster really for Six Scots at the back, and Lewis Kennedy was there to put the ball in the net. And a really good opening start then for One Mercian. They're leading here in this Super Cup final by 1-0.
Yeah, you've got to come and meet that. The keeper, he's got to take it. That's his ball all day long.
Yeah, the keeper. Yeah, it was. I'm not sure whether it bobbled onto the pitch, but Kennedy's goal, early doors, and that will have given the Mercians a lot of hope and support here. I'm sure that those of you supporting the Mercians will be delighted, but it's really important now for Six Scots to try and get themselves back into this game as quickly as possible. They were having a good period of pressure before that goal went in.
Yeah, they were. And it's important that they don't get too carried away. It's still early days yet, so they don't want to push on too much, because they could go 2-0 down. It's going to be a long day for them.
And they've got more opportunities here from a throw-in. The player wearing number 17, whose name I don't have in front of me on my team sheet, but maybe those of you who are watching who support Mercians can tell me. He has the throw, comes in long, aimed in. That is going to be a corner, and that will be the 4th corner of this game to the Mercians.
They're slowly starting to apply the pressure, aren't they?
Yeah, Lewis Kennedy, who's the goal scorer from Dragon Company, 24 years old, takes it low. I think he might have scuffed that one by mistake. Shot comes in, it's blocked. That was Nicholson with the shot. But keeping the pressure on here are One Mercian, just looking to increase that lead. I can't believe their luck, probably, with the way the goal happened.
No.
That's good play on that right-hand side. Lovely cross coming, but no
no
one there on the end of it. But there is another cross coming in. Claims for handball, but the referee says no. Ball out of play. Yeah, and so
luckily enough.
Yeah, I think there would have been a VAR decision there on that one. David Jones says, thanks for mentioning me online. John, yes, watching the game from the Middle East. Good luck to both teams and the Army FA Super Cup. Best wishes from Davy Jones there. So, David, good to know that you're watching out there in warmer climes, although it's a lovely mild day here in central Scotland.
It'll be quite as warm as the Middle East, man.
No, probably not, no, but nevertheless, it's
good.
I might be removing my jacket very shortly. It's one of those days, one of those weird days, isn't it? With the clouds clearing as well above us, so I think we're in for a nice afternoon here. But a good afternoon if you are a supporter of One Mercian, the Army Cup winners, of course, won the Major Units Trophy with that 3-0 victory earlier on in the season. And Six Scots beaten finalists here a couple of years ago. But the Mercians very much in control of this game at the moment. That's a lovely ball through, but the offside flag has gone up against Kennedy. He puts the ball in the net, but it won't count. He was just offside.
That's a good call by Jamie there at the far side, yeah.
Yeah, Lewis Kennedy really sharp, isn't he? He's had a great game so far.
He came from behind and the defender saw him coming, so.
But they're just proving a little bit too hot to handle at the moment, the striking partnership with Smith and Kennedy up front for the Mercians. But what can Six Scots do? Edge of the box, but the offside flag once again goes up against Dave McGrattan.
Good advantage by
that was Rhys Donoghue actually who was offside.
Yeah.
My mistake on that. Long clearance again from the goalkeeper. Six Scots just trying to play themselves back into the game. That's really nice work there for them.
That's good battling with two players there.
Yeah. Oh. Actually felt that one, didn't you? That rippled through the stand almost. Free kick given. Strong challenge there from Darren Bogle, just a little bit too strong, says the referee.
And if you need any reminding how much they want to win this game, you saw it in
total commitment.
Yeah, total commitment.
Absolutely. Strong challenge then on North Ledge, who seems to be okay. He's
been in the wars already.
Yeah, he's wearing a head guard. That presumably is for a broken nose. But he wouldn't want to miss this one. No. So Gibson then with the free kick. Floated into the box and headed clear eventually by...
It's a good ball.
Yeah, it's a lovely ball forward, and the chance now for Six Scots. What can they do here? Here's Bedgie. Good ball through.
It's a good one.
Challenging hard is Campbell, but the defence snuffing it out. But that is their best way forward, I think, for Six Scots is on the break.
Yeah, there's a good run there by Ryan Campbell, and just couldn't control the ball quick enough to get a shot off.
Donahue with the shots, and it's just over the bar. Well, that's their best attempt so far in the game.
Yeah, last couple of minutes they've been coming back into the game a bit.
Yep. 18 minutes played here, and it remains 1-0 to Mercian in this Army Super Cup final. Liam Kennedy, get in Lewis Kennedy, the rest of the Kennedy clan watching in Bulford today, including older brother Paul, who is on crutches after the Infantry Cup final. Now, actually, I hope that you're getting over that one, Paul. I'm sure that you are missing this match. You would have been in the side, I'm sure. But talking of that Infantry Cup final at half-time, we will have some highlights of that game, which was played on Thursday. So stand by at half-time for highlights of the Infantry Cup final, along with our roundup of other Forces sports news. That's at half-time, but that's still some time away. Just running away from the offside there. They're playing a good high line, actually, aren't they?
Yeah, Stuart Pollock just done an earlier run there and tried to come back onside, but he knew he was offside, so he didn't bother going for the ball. So it was...
What have you made of the game so far, Andy?
I think it's actually been quite an even game. I think Mercians have probably been on top a little bit more than Six Scots, but just that one goalkeeping sort of error. I don't want to sort of say that it's his fault, but it's one goalkeeping sort of misjudgment, and it's 1-0.
Such are decisions made by defences and goalkeepers that they can cost, but he's already made a couple of saves. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So this is Lewis Kennedy once again with another corner, and every time they go forward, they look dangerous to the Mercians. Headed clear.
I always think a goalkeeper is a bit like a referee. If you make a good save, they'll forget it, but if you make a mistake, they'll remember it, and that's what they'll...
Well, it'll be playing, I'm sure it's playing on Andrew Devlin's mind as well.
Yeah, exactly. He's probably got to put it behind his...
He has got to put it behind him, but there's a lot of challenges going. It's going to be another corner to one Mercian. Leading here by a goal to nil. If you're just joining us live on Forces News YouTube today, great to have you with us on this Sunday lunchtime. Cross coming in, good save by the goalkeeper. He made a really important save there. It's another corner as the ball bounces.
Difficult ball going in there as well. It's not easy.
Well, that's another ball we're going to need, I think.
It's sitting on the top of the fence. I don't know what's...
Dan McInnes just down there, needing a bit of attention. I think he's going to be okay. So we're just waiting for another ball to come onto the pitch now. Rich Join says, go on the Mercians. And Clint Brook, I'm from Shrewsbury, West Mercia. So, although they're based at the moment down in Tidworth, aren't they? I think one Mercian down there in the West Country, and Salisbury. They've travelled up from Salisbury to play. Corner coming in.
Oh, good.
Another really important header there. And that was from the captain, Craig Thompson. Yeah. These are really great corners, though, from Lewis Kennedy,
aren't they?
causing lots of issues for
the
Six Scots defence.
You just feel that one's going to come from a corner very shortly if it's not dealt with.
So Nearly halfway through this first half here in this Army Super Cup final. Kennedy then with another corner, floats it in beautifully. The header goes just harmlessly away in the end. I was going to say goes wide, but in fact it couldn't be any further wide. But again, it was a good connection that was made there. Michael Thomas says, go on Keno. And Conrad Price, watching in South Wales today. He's got the cricket on one TV and our game on the other. That's what we want to hear. People watching wherever you are around the Forces world today.
The referee and assistants weren't too sure which way it went now.
So the throw then, it's Gibbo Gibson to take it. Down the line. Oh, and that's saved by the trees from going into the ploughed field. We've got
well, it's actually cattle.
It's actually cattle, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just wondered the cows are going to come along and add to the attendance here today.
Yeah. I'm not going into the cows to get the ball back, although I'm used to that. But
Kennedy then with the throw. Gibson rather with the throw. Into the box. It's a good turn.
Oh, good save.
Yeah, it was a good save in the end.
Save.
Yeah. So Andrew Devlin already making up for that error, which has cost his team.
Nice turn. Nice turn.
There's some nice touches here from Six Scots.
Martin Orpin under pressure again, but nice little touch.
Yeah, the challenge then from looks a bit of a handful there, but he's been dealt with so far by Adam Smith and Northledge. Being attacked by money spiders here,
yeah.
which is always a good sign, Andy, to be honest.
You might be in for a bit of money, I think, John.
Yeah, I'll wait for my premium bond numbers to come up. Ball rolls out of play then. That'll be another throw in to the Mercian team in their green shirts here. I can't stress enough, really. I mean, what a journey these guys have had through the night to get here. They weren't able to lodge overnight anywhere. And they're going straight back, because many of them are going straight back onto exercise again. So this is a fantastic effort from them. Yet another corner. I think my pen has run out of ink, to be honest.
I think the cows are going to get that one, I think. They'll have a good no on that later on.
Although he can't be here, I'm sure that Lieutenant Colonel Lee Curzon, who's the commanding officer of Six Scots, in fact Lee Curzon is here, of course. I'm just going to mention as well the Mercians, because a lot of the guys, I'm sure, are not there. Goalkeeper makes a save, and it's tucked into the net for a second goal for the Mercians there. The number 7 tucking the ball away. Oh, it was the number 9. Yeah, it was Smith who got it from the corner. Well, it was inevitable, wasn't it, in the end? All these corners that the Mercians were having, and it's Smith who tucks it away with consummate ease. It's 2-0 to 1 Mercian here.
I think it's a bit of a flap, but the goalkeeper he's been put under a lot of pressure when the corners are coming in. They've got 2 or 3 players round about, and so they're putting him under pressure. So it's probably come from that problem needs to have to deal with, but a bit of a flapping.
Well, 25 minutes played here, and this is looking like a really commanding lead for the Mercians here. 1 Mercian leading Six Scots by 2-0. It's been virtually constant pressure from the team in green shirts, and here they go once more. Goalkeeper comes out, makes a really brave save.
That's a good block.
Yeah, brilliant save, and quite rightly, Devlin is applauded by the crowd behind the goal there for that save. But it's yet another corner to 1 Mercian.
Yeah, they're turning the screw now.
Well, that 2-goal cushion, it really means you can express yourself, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, John, yeah.
But Lewis Kennedy scored the first goal, made the second from the corner. Having a terrific game for them. Corner comes in once again.
Oh, good clearance there by Thompson, and vital clearance, the player right behind him.
Yeah, and you just feel maybe Six Scots can't really afford to concede another. 2-0 is always an interesting score, isn't it?
Yeah, they're not the tallest of defences anyway, so.
Nice cross coming in. A lot of pressure. Kennedy goes for it. Doesn't make contact in the end.
Clear up there.
But Mark Wood will be delighted with the way his team have played in this first half. Looking very comfortable indeed at the moment.
That was almost Begbie there. In the long ball.
What can they do here? Trailing by 2-0. Nice
turn,
ball
good
forward. Donahue tries to get the cross in, and they will win the. I think that is their first corner.
Yeah, Donahue.
First corner of this game.
Donahue in and that.
And we've had 27 minutes, nearly half an hour played.
Two Donahues didn't. I don't know if they're brothers, but they're made a good little run down the side, don't they?
I think they are brothers. Yeah.
Yeah, Kieran to Reese.
Yeah. Referee just bringing a couple of players together. I think there's been a bit of sort of argy-bargy going on in the penalty area there.
Usually the two biggest, ugliest players, they get involved in that. And the skipper's got to sort it out.
So the corner then to be taken. Comes in.
Campbell.
Oh, header goes in. That's good defensive work then by the Mercians to get it cleared, because that was a very strong challenge coming in.
Begbie's got it back. Does he get a cross in? Get a cross in.
Nice one from Begbie.
Nice
Who's on the end of it? Is it one of the Donahues?
There's Ryan Campbell down the side here. Oh, well defended.
Yeah, good defensive work. Just shielding the ball brilliantly.
Nicholson again, I think it was.
Yeah, it was Nicholson.
Well defended there. I came in for the lottery win with a number of money spied this year, John.
Yes, Lieutenant Colonel Grant Brown just wanted to say football represents many of the qualities we admire in the British Army. Fitness, teamwork, skill and tactics. Sport is an ultimate unifier. It brings us all together and gives us a common purpose. To get to this stage is phenomenal achievement for both teams, and we wish them both well. But I'm sure he is fairly thrilled with the fact that his team are 2-0 up here in this Army Super Cup final. Look, very, very strong so far performance from them.
Long diagonal ball again.
Big Zach Smith was the scorer, by the way, for their second goal. Just to mention there from Rich Joins. Big Zach 2-0. So Zach Smith is the scorer. But it's another corner then for SCOTS, having a decent little spell of pressure here.
Yeah, you've got to make this count, I think.
Half an hour played. They really could do with a goal to get themselves back into this game. Bogle gets on the end of it, but the throw-in goes to the team in white shirts.
Oh, no again. Cross. Oh.
Well, a little bit ambitious there with the cross, wasn't he?
Yeah, took a bit.
Martin Orr
had another touch of the ball then, but hey.
Yeah, that name Sean Begbie stands out for me. That's a great Scottish name.
Great Scottish name. And the train spotting. Synonymous with the film.
Absolutely. I wonder whether Sean's into train spotting. We'll have to ask him later.
Good touch up as that.
Here's Kennedy again. He looks dangerous every time he gets the ball.
He does, yeah.
From Dragon Company.
Putting two men on Kennedy now.
And that's always dangerous, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Just frees up space for someone else.
Exactly, but they've got to get two on him. Good shot in.
Comes in.
Right again.
More pressure being...
Northie. Skipper.
Oh, he takes a shot and he scores! Well, oh dear, another disaster for the Six Scots goalkeeper. What a great shot though from Northie Northledge, the captain.
Bit of a deflection from the player.
It might have taken a slight deflection.
I think the keeper would probably...
We can just see it coming up. Northledge just picks his spot really. It takes a deflection and it's just too wide of the goalkeeper. And 3-0, well, you've almost got to say game over.
Yeah.
We've only played just over half an hour, but that's a brilliant score then for the team in green shirts, but they're changing their goalkeeper. And it looks like Devlin is actually... Is he coming out to play in an outfield position? And...
Like, going to make a sub, buddy? I'm not sure.
Well, not quite sure what's happening here. Anyway, there's a new goalkeeper going in.
It's David McGrath. Oh, no, he's not. He's back.
No.
I think he just wanted to show his suntan up, I think, Dave McGrattan, so I'm not sure what's going on there.
He's put his shirt back on again. Goalkeeper's put his shirt back on again, but that's...
Staying nice.
Not quite sure what that was all about.
Not sure.
Well, 3-0 it is to the Mercians here in a very, very strong position.
Yeah, very strong now.
Oh, and that really is into the cows.
No, you're going to get that.
From Gibson. We should just delay things for a moment while another ball comes onto the pitch. They must get through quite a few footballs here, I would have thought.
The farmer makes a fortune, one or two.
During the course of the game. So Darren Bogle then will take this throw. Opportunity to take it short, but decides against it. And we now have sunshine here.
A beautiful day for it, isn't it?
Yeah, in shots.
Ball's out.
Ball out of play. Well, Kieran Donahue trying to get the shot in there, but it was already out of play. And they've got a few questions maybe they're asking each other at half-time. Probably can't wait for the half-time whistle to come here, trailing by 3-0. And one Mercian looking very, very strong indeed. And it is quite a remarkable performance from the boys here, missing a lot of their players who might have been first on the team sheet. But it just goes to show the strength and depth that they have. Nice little combinations though from the Scots, trying to play themselves out of trouble. Strong challenges going in. Referee allows them to go. They won't allow that one to go.
He's walked into the boot there, I think.
Kieran Donahue could be facing a yellow card here. And I think the notebook has come out.
You can do two challenges like that back to back. It stands out for the referee quite easily.
Yeah, Adam Crosser not taking too long to make that decision. So that's the first yellow card we've had of the game.
Probably the first one more merited it, according to him. So. Yeah. He's done very well so far, Adam. He's been,
he's allowed the game to flow, hasn't he? You know,
and he's kept out of the way. You haven't even noticed him so far, so that's what you want.
Yeah. Andy Halliday joining me on commentary here. And I think you're in the middle of training a lot of referees at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah, I've got a course starting tomorrow down in Catterick, so looking forward to seeing the guys, and I don't know, I think it's all guys tomorrow. There's guys and girls on the course, but so I'm looking forward to that.
Well, maybe you'll be able to take some of the footage from this game as well as an example of how to referee.
Yeah.
You know, how a referee who doesn't want to, you know, makes the right decisions, but, you know, is keeping those decisions and is almost unknown on the pitch, which is good.
Exactly. And we have another course in Aldershot in October. 7th to the 10th of October. Anyone interested, get in touch with Sergeant Si Thorburn. He'll soon sort them out and get them on the course.
Well, that's a good free advert then.
Oh, his ball's in here. Is it going to... Oh, has he missed that?
Well,
He used the wrong foot.
it was a clear opportunity then, wasn't it, for Smith again, who scored with a much more difficult opportunity.
Yeah.
Well,
Looked like he used the wrong foot, didn't he?
Zach Smith, he looked like it. You know, he could have steered it in with his
left.
with his left, and instead he went for power on his right when he had really the goal at his mercy.
Yeah.
Well, it could so easily be 4-0.
That could have been in game, set and match. Yeah. There's another one over the top. Oh, almost into the cup.
Yeah, almost into the cup itself.
That would have been a shot and a half of that going in there. Well, Phil Applegarth from our match sponsors here today, Supercat. He is tasked with the job of selecting the player of the match, and I'm sure he's already got his notes pretty full so far with, you know, a couple of players from the Mercians who have dominated this first half. If you're just joining us, we've got about 7 or 8 minutes left in the first half. It's 3-0 to the team wearing the green shirts here. One Mercian, it could be 3-1. That needed to go in. That needed to go in.
Well, there's
There
a
was
lot
no
of
flag or anything.
a lot of arms going up in the air.
That was a chance to get back into the game there. But
Well, it was Kieran Donoghue, I think, who had the shot, and it was a clear opportunity.
there's two players in the middle there.
He was 25 yards out on this right-hand side, and no one got on the end of it.
Was it David Grattan on the end of that? Was it?
Well,
Just almost got his foot on the end of it.
almost, but not enough.
No.
And at 3-1, you might have thought, well, it might have given
Yeah, exactly. They needed that. I think.
Scots a way back into this final.
With just 7 minutes to half time as well. That would have been just
Well, it was a great time for them
an
to
injection
score.
of
Yeah, give them some hope.
thought. Yeah, hope. Yeah.
That's what they need at the
I
moment,
think they do. Yeah.
because they have had their moments in this first half.
Good.
Good defensive header from
Thompson.
yeah, who's a Lance Corporal. Apparently we had him down as a private, but maybe he's been promoted specially for this game. Anyway, having a good match at the central defence, but there's a lot of wayward passing going on there.
They're
At
playing
the
a
back.
dangerous game round the back there. Especially young Kennedy about. He's dangerous. I think.
It's- I must say this first half seems to have rushed by.
It
Andy,
has.
doesn't
It has. Yeah. Excuse me, just blowing the money spiders off me there.
Rich Joynes says standing firm, striking hard. I assume he's referring to One Mercians. Those of watching on our YouTube channel, if you're watching on Facebook as well.
Unless I'm
Gareth?
mistaken, that's one of their mottos, isn't it? Is
Yeah.
that their motto?
Yep. Probably for the Mercians, isn't it, I think?
Yeah, I think it is, yeah.
But they're remaining as positive as they can. 6 Scots. Michael Thomas, ex-Cheshire Mercian, says, "Get in, boys." Gareth Dunn is watching as well. Afternoon to you, Gaz. You've been hopping around the world over the last few weeks.
good run there.
This is a fantastic run then from the number 16. He's still going.
It's unlucky.
Eventually goes to ground after the ball had gone past him. And
He's injured himself in that.
yeah.
Can't stop it yet.
Referee will stop play. It was a really good run too.
He just twisted his knee or his foot, his ankle.
I think it was after he pressed the ball through. Yeah, he actually went over on his ankle.
Yeah.
Yeah, after delivering the ball, but he seems to be okay. Bit of a shake of the head. Into the last 3 or 4 minutes then of this first half. I don't think there'd be too much stoppage time. I don't think I can recall too many breaks in play. Maybe a couple of minutes.
Yeah, it could be a minute probably, I'd imagine.
Which Adam Crosser wants to add. Ball harmlessly out of play then on that far side of the field from where we are.
There's a good ball. I don't think the players were ready for it. Martin, or just
It was a mazy run, wasn't it? He did really well with it. Lots of space for the Mercians to work with here, especially on this left-hand side. Smith collects it but can't control the ball. Trying to win it back quickly. Out of play. I mean, their press has been really good, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's probably the thing that's winning it for them at the moment. They're pressing and pressing, putting 6 Scots under an immense pressure.
Just a couple of minutes to go then in this first half.
That's almost a really good ball.
A pot shot on our FX mic.
That was right in the nose of them. FX mic as well.
Yep.
It'd be on the Mass Night Northie.
Yes, exactly. Yes, our FX mic now has a broken nose, folks. So free kick then to the Mercians, which will be taken by their captain, Craig Thompson.
We've got to make this count now, I think, just before half-time.
Well, there's a lot of pushing and shoving going on in the box there. It's a good free kick from Thompson, and that will go wide, only for a goal kick.
Good ball in. Danny Grattan on the end of that, but just disappointed myself. I think he didn't get high enough.
Leon Campbell just asking who's joined us, who scored the goals. Well, I can tell you that the first one was scored by Lewis Kennedy. The second goal was from Zach Smith.
In there, yep.
And a chance then for the Mercians. For 6 Scots. Good goalkeeping. Keeps them out. That was their best chance of the game so far.
Yeah, really, he should have scored in that, finishing that. Just before half-time as well, when he's most important time.
And it was Northledge, the captain, who scored the third.
Good save by Orchard there.
Just to update you there, 3-0 it is to the Mercians in this Super Cup final, into the last minute of normal time here in the first half. Bit of pressure coming in from 6 Scots, but so far they've failed to breach this defence. But an offside goes up.
His manager will be frustrated every big B. You're looking straight along the line. Why do you stay offside? You've just been lazy not getting back onside. Yeah, it's good by the goalkeeper there though. He's been inactive pretty much all game, and he's going to make a save like that. Keeps him 3-0 ahead. That's good. Good goalkeeping.
Here at Gibbs Hill Park, into the last moments then of what has been an extremely good first half for the team that's travelled all the way up from Wiltshire to compete in this final. One Mercian leading by 3-0. Just into added time now that the referee wants to put on his. Gibson.
Thompson again, clearance.
And Gibber again. He'll make the challenge, but it's won back by 6 Scots. What can they do here? Ball goes out wide then onto the left-hand side to Begbie. Sean Begbie with the through ball, but it'll be collected by the defence. Well won, brilliantly won by the Mercians.
He's got away with it.
Adam Smith there doing really well.
Strong bit off, well done.
Out of play it goes.
Unfortunately, yeah, by Danny, by Bogle there.
This could be the last action then of this first half. Got plenty to show you at half time.
You're doing 2 minutes out of time, I think. So
we've had 1 minute of the added 2.
So you were right, John. You went 2, I went 1. What do I know?
Well,
that's why you're here.
But your decision is final.
Now, that's a good ball. And the keeper's coming out.
Goalkeeper makes the save.
Off his line, that's good.
Yeah, well done.
That's good goalkeeping. Quick off his
Yeah,
line.
good work from Orchard there.
Yeah, good start position.
His second season in the squad, making a really good save. Very important challenge there. He won't want to concede a goal, of course. The team in front of him doing so well. But he's made a couple of saves, a couple of important saves in this first
done well
half.
in the last couple of minutes. He's had 2 good saves. Oh. I thought the old.
I think we're
effects
very
man was
much in
gonna
the
get it
firing
again.
line here, I think. Live here on Forces News, YouTube and Facebook today, and on BFBS TV around the world, wherever you're watching. It's great to have you with us for this, our first of many live broadcasts throughout the autumn. Bit of a challenge going in.
Defence, so
He has gone down, hasn't he?
he's just given a little push by the player, but he's landed heavily against the fence.
I don't think there's going to be much keeps him. He's really struggling there.
A bit of a nice hockey one, that, put him against the boards, I think.
I'm just seeing
But
who
it's-
it is because we.
I think is it Danny Grattan? I think it's David Grattan, is it, number 8?
Well, he's not happy. Not a happy bunny at all.
He landed heavily against
Yeah.
the Hordens. I don't think it's any more than that. It's just unfortunate. But
He's obviously in a bit of pain.
yeah,
there.
he's in a bit of pain, I think. It's almost half time. I think they'll probably play until half time, I think. It's almost in the point of half time. I think this will be the final play of the game anyway. This free kick by Craig Thompson. That's not the referee, Craig Thompson in Scotland.
It's Martin Orr actually who he's pulled himself up.
Yeah, Martin Orr it is, in
I
fact.
think he's expecting a bit more than just a free kick, but he is going to come back onto the pitch. They can pretty tough up here. That was a nasty fall that he had.
They're made from girders up here, so don't worry. They've had plenty of iron brew this morning.
Other soft
Good
drinks, of
bowling.
course, are available. Out of play for a throw, and I think that could well be the last action then that we have in this first half as Martin Orr comes back onto the pitch. I think he has to stay off for 30 seconds, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Once he's had some treatment, although he was off the field.
Yeah, it was.
So this goal kick then from Orchard.
this
I'm
will
sure
be
this
the
will
end
be
of
the
the half,
last
yeah.
action that we see in this first half.
Adam's warming up his whistle vocals. There he goes.
And there we are. That is the half-time whistle here. A commanding position, Andy, for the 1st Battalion, the Mercian Regiment, leading here by 3-0 at half-time, with goals from Kennedy, from Smith and Northledge to seal what looks a pretty impossible task for the home side to get back to.
Yeah, it does look like a long way back. 3-0, probably a little bit, bit unfair on the 6 Scots. However, probably 2 goalkeeping errors, not errors, but he'd probably be thinking I could have done better with them. But yeah,
they'll hope for better. They'll hope for better in the second half. We're going to take a short break now, of course, and bring you up to date with all the latest Forces sports news. And we're going to start with all the action from Thursday's Infantry Cup final. So don't go away.
That's in!
What a goal! What a goal!
the back post.
Holmes.
And it's a goal! 2-1 Navy!
Corner then for UK Armed Forces, and they've gone for the short corner this time. That's in! UCAP have equalised! It's 1-0 here at Aldershot Town. That was fantastic. It's Kira Boylan.
Fantastic goal.
Wow.
That's what it needed. That's what we've been waiting for. A bit of excellence.
Peel would have got himself onside there and made that little bit of extra effort. The Army could have been in. That's looking for Bright, who hasn't made that extra effort. He's got Campbell in the penalty area. He's looked towards him. It's Michael Campbell.
Oh, it's 3-2.
And the RAF bench goes wild. He loves it in Aldershot, absolutely loves it. A hat-trick 2 years ago, well, he's at the double now, and the RAF have completed the turnaround, a performance, a comeback of champions.
The signallers here, they've come out really firing. This is great work as well. Shot comes in, and it's in! What a goal!
Finish that is,
what a magnificent goal!
Wow.
And it's George Crofts. Well, that was sensational.
That was a great finish. I thought that was going wide, to be honest, but it nested in the top
From our
corner.
angle, it looked wide, but he flew into the back of the net.
A great finish.
Fortunately, the Navy do come away with it. Now Roche. Smart
That's
ball.
a great ball.
Can Walker get there? He can. The keeper kind of stuck in no man's land for a second. The ball
at the back post.
Holmes.
And it's a goal! 2-1 Navy!
Elliot Holmes with the moment. He's been the match winner against the Army, and tonight he may have done it again for the Royal Navy. He loves the inter-services, you said earlier. Well, the inter-services might just love him too. The Navy are minutes away from being champions.
Lifted into the penalty area. On the end of it is the big man, and it's Jack has got in there. Jack Wright, a fantastic header from the free kick, and UCAF are back level within just a couple of minutes of the Dutch taking the lead, looking for a fourth goal, which would surely put the game beyond the Dutch, but in the way this is going, who knows. Really nice work again. Kerr on the edge of the penalty area. He goes for another shot, and he gets another goal! Well, that was brilliant from Danny Kerr. Once again on the edge of the penalty area, he has struck. It's a fourth goal for UCAF. Danny Kerr is on the verge of a hat-trick. Now,
Simanti Dawa on the right-hand side. Dawa crossed that in. That's not a very good cross.
Well, he's aiming.
Back to Vivek.
It's a great
Vivek,
shot.
what a goal!
What a goal!
Oh my God!
And that
You
was
see
Vivek
that?
Gurung.
That was Vivek Gurung.
Gurung has
Oh
got
my
the
God!
goal.
Vivek
That was
Gurung.
a shot on the edge. Well, he must have been 25 yards out.
Oh my
at
God!
least.
Vivek Gurung. What a volley that was!
Even better there, but Farrow's in here. And it's Dixon. What's happened to the Dutch defence? Dixon's shot is blocked. On the left foot, maybe. Blocked again.
Great opportunity for UCAF.
It's Farrow. They're still not done, and I think they are now.
Very unselfish from Farrow there to lay it off to Libby Dixon.
Captain looking to challenge away from it. It'll still fall for Wilson. The Dutch have just had a wobble here. Wilson shot from range. Oh, what a goal!
What a goal!
We mentioned that Pitt Wilson can do something from nothing.
Yeah.
30 seconds of madness from the Dutch, and the UCAF take the lead.
We just heard of him, very frustrated, and then she goes and scores an absolute worldie. Great goal by Pitt Wilson.
They've just got, just over 5 minutes to play. There'll be a little bit of extra time added, obviously, for the substitutions. It's been a terrific game of football, really worthy of the name of the cup final here.
Great play from
and it's a chance
Jamie
for
Turner again,
goal,
and he's gone for the chip.
And he has
tough
scored.
finish. Wow.
Well, this is magnificent stuff. It's Luke Greenway who, this time, who's got the goal.
That was a joker finish. Wow.
His second goal of the match. He just lobbed it over the goalkeeper. There's so much space. It's 5-2.
Hi, I'm Kyle Dixon, and this is In Case You Missed It. Glory in Paris. 3 UK Armed Forces veterans have enjoyed gold medal success at the Paralympic Games in Paris. Jacco van Gas won the double paracycling inside the velodrome, whilst Greg Stevenson triumphed in the PR2 mixed double sculls. RAF veteran Luke Pollard guided visually impaired athlete Dave Ellis to gold in the men's PTVI triathlon. A test of endurance. 2 RAF karting teams consisting of 11 drivers went wheel to wheel in the British 24-hour race on Teesside. The RAF Vulcans team managed 1,070 laps to finish an impressive 20th place overall, whereas the RAF Spitfires team finished lower down the order in 74th place. Combat Sports Initiative. The Royal Navy and the Royal Marines have been praised for their use of teaching martial arts to help tackle knife crime and gang culture across the north of England. It's all part of the Royal Navy Combat Sports Initiative. The aim is to use martial arts to harness unspent energy and aggression, and also open young people's eyes to a potential career in the forces. Steph Memorial Match. The UK Armed Forces men's rugby union team will be playing the German national team at Kingsholm Stadium in November. Players will now be playing for the Steph Rees Trophy at the traditional Match of Remembrance in Gloucester. The new trophy has been named in memory of Royal Navy and UCAF player Steph Rees, who tragically died during the 2023 IDRC tournament in Brittany. The Rivals return. And finally, you can now book your seat for one of the hottest sporting rivalries on the military calendar. Tickets for next year's Army v Navy clashes went on sale this week, which includes an early bird period until the 16th of September. Both the men's and women's matches will be at Twickenham Stadium on the 3rd of May next year.
The US Army lift the coveted Code Bowl trophy, seeing off fierce competition from the second-placed RAF and other military teams from the UK, US and Canada. The Call of Duty Gaming Showdown tests concentration, communication, collaboration and combat tactics, all skills that mean the UK military is increasingly embracing esports.
I think it's always good to have some form of virtual battlefield scenario training to do, because obviously it's great because you're not using training areas, you're saving a bit of cash, but you're making sure that the people that are involved in those sort of virtual training sessions, like COD, are aware of what they need to do when they actually then get out on the ground. So I suppose it brings a bit more situational awareness before you actually then start doing things. So yeah, it can only be a brilliant thing.
Far from the lazy gamer stereotype, the top players say it requires not only mental toughness, but top levels of physical fitness and discipline.
Nutrition's massive. I mean, I'm big on nutrition and fitness just in general, so I've been trying to pass it on to the guys, particularly this trip whilst we've been in America. The food's not the best, but it goes for any sport, right? You need to be focused, you need to be concentrated, so coming from, it all stems from that nutrition, training.
Call of Duty's developers have consulted armed forces personnel and veterans to make sure the game is as close to battlefield scenarios as possible.
In the endowment team specifically, we have 2 veterans who really make sure everything that the endowment does, whether it's in-game or in comms or anywhere in content, to make sure it really is realistic, that it really sticks to the truth, and that we're representing the military community in the best way possible. Within the game, we have a lot of people who consult on that, and even teams run things by us within the franchise itself.
As well as honing tactical skills, the annual Global Esports competition has another military purpose, raising money for the Code Bowl Endowment Fund, which supports veterans in their search for job placements.
I think military members are sometimes forgotten, and I think they're sometimes kind of lost, and everyone has, has this idea that, oh, like they'll be funded by the government, they'll be taken care of, but no, it's really not like that. So I'm very happy that there is a charity or event that will help them be seen.
And according to the military's top players, there's another added benefit. The success of tournaments like these could help to make a career in the armed forces a more attractive choice for the Gen Z esports community.
Perfect timing. Welcome back then to the second half then of the Army Super Cup finals. John Knighton and Andy with us here today as well, and well, a lot of work for Six Scots to do, Andy, to get back into this game.
Yeah, there is a lot of work, and I think they've made a few changes at half time. Looks like Ben Baker's come on, number 12.
Yeah, and they've got a new goalkeeper as well.
I think that looks like Danny. Is it David McGrath? Sorry, McGrattan.
Yeah, David McCann going into goal. Yeah.
Was he the one that was playing as number 8 earlier, I think? Or was he?
Well, they certainly made a change in their goalkeeper, but whether it's an enforced one or not, Andrew Devlin is off the field, and a lot of work for Six Scots to do in this second half. So we're underway now. Joining us live today, and wherever you are around the Forces world, it's great to have you here at Gibbs Hill Park. And in shots right on the central belt here in Scotland. But straight away it's the team from Wiltshire on Mercian with a 3-goal cushion in this game, with their first half goals from Lewis Kennedy, Zach Smith and Northie Northledge, the captain, making it 3-0 at half time. And I think Andy Halliday, they were worth that 3-0 lead for the amount of pressure they put onto their opponents in the first half.
They were the better side in the first half, so they deserved a lead. Whether it was 3-0, but say probably a 2 might have been a more reflective score of the.
Here they come once again. Cross come. Oh, he's still going, but makes the save eventually. Gets blocked. And straight away the Scots pushing themselves forward. That's a nice one for Kieran Donahue to chase after, but well challenged.
Nicholson again.
Yeah, Nicholson's done well on this right hand side at full back for them. Yeah, a lot of work then for Six Scots to do to get themselves back into this match. An early goal would certainly help, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I'm just looking around to see who's gone off for Six Scots. Can't quite work it out yet.
Harmless ball going through from them, from Dan McInnes. Yeah, just looking around. Well, Ben Baker has come on. He's wearing number 12 for them. So Baker is definitely on, and they've certainly changed the goalkeeper. Well, that was a strong challenge there. And
Danny McInnes could be in trouble here.
There's a call immediately for the trainer to come on. Strong challenge from McInnes, who's just going to be spoken to.
I think that's the skipper's going across. That's Craig Thompson's going across. McInnes has done the usual thing and run away.
He's run away, hasn't he? Yeah.
The big boy did it and ran away, as I say.
Andrew McNulty, fantastic from the boys, even with a few missing, still looking very strong. Got another 10 finals in them easily. Stand firm and strike hard. Good to hear from you, Andy McNulty, today. Ash Foster as well. Gutted couldn't be with you today, lads. Great so far. Keep it up. Andy, let's hear some love for the Mercians, please. Well, plenty of love coming from their supporters all around the Forces Worlds. Lewis Kennedy then, scorer of that first goal after just 11 minutes, is preparing to take a free kick on this right-hand side. Not a huge amount of height in the Mercian team, but they've certainly had their success so far. I think all of them have been on the ground, haven't they? All the goals they've scored so far have been...
Here you go. He's delayed to... He's going to caution him for that tackle after a little bit of deliberation.
Yeah.
I think he almost forgot to do it, I think. It was the
he will say that he was busy doing other things.
He was deliberating, I would say, but yeah, it was merited, that one.
Yeah, I think so.
Danny trying to please his innocence, but nah, not on this occasion.
So finally the free kick then to be taken by Kennedy. And someone else has gone down there in the box, and that looks like Ismay who's gone down. Not quite sure what happened there. We'll just maybe have a quick look at it on replay. He just seemed to go down in the box.
He's got a yellow card for...
Is it simulation?
Simulation.
Yeah,
he's got a yellow card for simulation, isn't he?
Well,
So.
He just seemed to go down like a sack of potatoes, but for no apparent reason. Did he feel he was being pushed? I don't know.
No, I think it was nothing, but he's tried to cheat the referee a little bit there. And he wasn't having it, Adam. He's done it well. He's done it for a simulation.
Interesting there with Northledge going up for that, not going for the header. He's got that protective shield on his face.
He's going to get a caution as well. You can't speak to the referee like that.
A yellow card
Darren
comes
Bogle.
out for... Yeah. Well, he's not happy with that, but Bogle, wearing number 2, is the third member of the Six Scots team to receive a caution. The stop-start beginning to the second half, Andy.
Yeah, it is a bit. It's not got momentum yet, but it'll come, hopefully.
Yeah. So we've had 6 minutes of this second half.
Keeper's going to come for that.
Goalkeeper makes the save in the end.
Probably could have been a little more positive than that. You made it easier for him.
Certainly goes for the route 1 type clearance, which seems to suit the Mercians and their style of play. Now a chance. Yeah, flag.
Well done.
Good to see the flag going up instantly as well, Andy. I get so fed up watching the professional game when it takes like minutes for the flag to go up when someone has put the ball in the net or whatever, and sometimes a possible injury to players. You know, maybe a goalkeeper coming out when
unfortunately
they know it's offside.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. That's the protocol. Now we have for the VR side. That's what you're probably talking about there. For normal games with no VR, that would be up instantly. But VR protocol says they've got to wait until the play was stopped.
Oh, strong challenge from Northledge again. And this time it's Ben Baker who takes the throw in for Six Scots, desperately trying to get themselves back into this game. 3-0 down. It's a tall order for them.
Just trying to find a foothold here.
It's a long way back for them. But there's no shortage of effort, no shortage of determination.
That wasn't a bad ball up there because he turned to the defender.
Campbell trying to take the free kick quickly, but it's been brought back.
Kieran Donahue needing a new boot, I think. His laces come out.
So he has to go off the field.
Needs a new pair of laces, I think.
So you've got to feel for Kieran Donahue, who's going off the pitch because his laces have gone on his boot. So players don't often carry spare pairs of boots with them, do they?
I'm not sure he's doing it on the field, is he?
It looks like he has got another pair of boots.
Yeah, I think he's taking the substitute's boots. Hope he gets them back at the end.
But the right size.
Yeah, he did ask him the size as he ran across. He said, what size are you?
Well,
by law, he's supposed to go for further players.
I've actually, in all the years I've been watching football, I don't think I've ever witnessed a player's laces breaking on the pitch and having to change their boots as a result.
I don't think they're the best for the lace. I think they're just on the way out. I think they
probably. These days, the players, wear slip-ons, don't they?
Yeah. No protection.
Made out of paper. Made out of rice paper, I think, so they can eat them at the end.
Biodegradable.
Eventually, the throw-in is taken
to Donahue
and safely cleared away by Adam Smith. Six Scots desperately searching for some momentum now. Opportunity, but offside once again. Just offside against Reece Donahue. Clearly in an offside position. But they started positively this second half.
It was Martin Orr was just offside, I think. Went a bit too early.
You're just joining us live on Forces News YouTube. Well, good afternoon to you. You've missed a cracking first half for One Mercian, leading by 3-0 at half-time. Lewis Kennedy opening the scoring, and then Zach Smith and Northledge getting their goals to put them in a very, very strong position here. Nicholson then will take this throw eventually.
They're all having problem with the laces.
Someone else lacing his boots up now.
Danny McInnes.
Yeah.
Quite a quiet first start of the second half.
It is.
Far.
Out for another throw. Throw-in comes in. Northledge on the end of it. Well, into the safe hands of David McCann in goal, who's come on as the substitute goalkeeper.
That was a good shot there.
Now, what can they do here? Here's Baker. Keeps it in play.
Crossing.
Low cross.
That's well
good defensive
by
work. Yeah, he did. The skipper made a really good stop there.
Yeah.
Because that looked to be heading for the net.
And again.
And I just wonder whether, this journey will take its toll on the
possibly
the players, from One Mercian. It's such an early start they had to make. Free kick is given though against them.
A reckless challenge, yeah, but you see, I've got the ball, but it's the challenge it's been given for. To be fair, North, he doesn't even question the decision.
And Phil Applegarth from the sponsor Supercat will be selecting the player of the match here a little bit later on. We'll be keeping a close eye on him. And I'm very pleased to say, actually, Andy, that the cows have now come up to join the spectators here.
They have, they're behind us here, so.
Just behind us. You can't see them on picture at the moment, but they are taking an interest in the game.
They can see, so I don't have to move out of the way.
So Thompson then with the free kick. Floats it high. And that's going to harmlessly out of play.
He was disappointed there, Craig Thompson. He lovely ball in, but nobody's attacking it.
Well, I think he was hoping there would be someone on the end of it.
Exactly. And Begbie were doing a bit of train spotting, but wasn't quite on his toes there.
Approaching the hour mark here in this Army Super Cup final. One Mercian, of course, winners of the Army Challenge Cup against Six Scots, winners of the Reserve Trophy. great idea to have this competition. As you said at the beginning of the broadcast, we're not quite sure whether this is sort of forms the start of a new season or the end of the last season. Probably the former, actually, I would have thought.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, this is the start of the Army football season, but we'll sort of get that clarified maybe a bit later on. I know Steve Clout's here, he knows everything there is to know about Army football. We'll check with him to find out whether this really is the sort of opening showpiece of the military season, the Army season anyway.
That's a good ball.
Yeah, nice work from Scots, and Baker, who's added a little bit extra on this left-hand side, if he can beat the challenge from a very, very strong work from...
He's done well, Nicholson, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
He's solid.
Very solid at the back there.
Yeah, he has been very solid.
In fact, you know, the Mercians have been solid at the back. Shot comes in and it's going wide though. But it was a good effort.
Stuart Pollock.
Yeah, Stuart Pollock just having a go there. And that's what they need. They need to be, you know, pressing and getting some shots in.
Yeah.
That will boost their confidence. But I say a long way back for them. 3-0 down here. And time is not on their side either. As we're the hour played, 60 minutes gone here. Nice work there from Francis, wearing the number 13 shirt for the Mercians.
It's big Zach Smith in the book for delaying the restart there.
Yeah, kicking the ball away, and it's totally unnecessary, really, isn't it? You
as a manager, you'd be absolutely fizzing.
I mean, Smith scored a good goal. He missed an absolute clear chance as well to make it 4-0.
If he goes on to get another silly yellow card, you'll be absolutely spitting feathers over that.
Pretty comfortable for the Mercians here, leading 3-0. If you're just joining us live here this afternoon on Forces News YouTube and also on BFBS around the Forces world. Heavy challenge going in there from Francis. Referee says it was an unfair one. Free kick taken short. A real sense of urgency in this Six Scots team. The big problem they might face, of course, is by pushing so many people forward, they could be caught out at the back on the break. Something that the Mercians didn't need to do really in the first half. This is another good challenge coming in. Campbell on the end of it, wins the corner, did really well there.
Did, yeah.
Off Nicholson. So this is their first corner of the second half. And Ryan Campbell will take it. Is he going to go short or is he going to aim for the box? A lot of success for the Mercians in the first half with set pieces. Ball's gone all the way over onto that far side. It's hooked back in, but harmlessly over the bar in the end. And into the netting and along the houses next to the ground here. Compact little ground. They've been very hospitable towards us here. They've been looking forward to our arrival, actually, Andy, as well, I think. This is probably the biggest game they will have staged for a long, long time.
Yeah, they're always happy to see people coming in and use the facilities, so it's good for them as well, good bit of income.
Probably their first live broadcast ever.
Yeah.
So Orchard then with the goal kick. Clean sheet for him so far, hoping it'll stay that way. But Six Scots they've increased their intensity, I think, in the second half, haven't they?
Yeah, they have, yeah.
But the ball goes wide onto that left-hand side. Kennedy. That's a great cross, but it didn't take a deflection. It's gone straight out for a goal kick.
Substitution coming.
So there is a change.
For the Mercians.
Yeah. And it's Francis, I think, who is going off. And he is going to be replaced. It says number 5, but that's
Northledge.
And Northledge is already on.
We'll see in a minute when he's turned around.
I think they got the numbering slightly wrong there on the boards.
Yeah.
It's number 15, yeah. So that's Duffield who's come on. Private Duffield who's come on.
Good ball.
Kennedy did well there, nicely jinxed.
That's a good ball.
And this is onside at the moment. Ball just ran.
Just held up a little bit.
Yeah, and it was unfortunate for Campbell there because he was tracking the ball and suddenly it seemed to spin a bit like a rugby ball. It spun back the other way. But the pressure remains from 6 Scots, desperately trying to get themselves back into the game. If they can get a goal now, it will give them some hope. Trailing 3-0. Begbie, and he wins the throw-in.
It's a free kick, I think. He's a free kick for that. Yeah, it's a free kick.
So what can they do here then? Kieran Donahue will take it.
You just feel they've got to get a goal on the board.
Anyhow, any way they can.
Doesn't matter what it is.
Yes, the wee beasties in the field are still enjoying the game here. Oh, it's a short free kick. Well, it was nicely worked there, and in different circumstances Ryan Campbell could have been celebrating, but he wasn't. It remains 3-0, but the throw in then for 6 Scots. Maybe this is an opportunity for them here. It's a long throw, comes into the box, eventually cleared it. Yeah. Lawrence was the man who cleared it eventually.
That's a good ball.
Now on the break, here's Smith.
He's got it.
He's beaten one.
Oh,
can't beat off the second challenge. That was an excellent challenge.
Smith was in there.
Yeah.
Good challenge by McInnes.
Very important challenge.
No, it's going to be stronger than that. He's in again. Oh.
Well, it's cross field. Kennedy on the end of it. It was great counter-attacking from the Mercians.
Oh, you're lucky there. He's trying to find number 16.
Yeah, but all credit to the 6 Scots for coming back and defending that well. This game just opening out at the moment,
it is,
which will clearly will suit the Scots, I think.
Yeah.
But as I said, it might leave some gaps at the back as they try and press for a goal. Smith with a good clearance. Goalkeeper decides to go long. Don't see that very often these days. Now, opportunity then.
He's got to finish it.
He's got to finish it, but he never really got behind it, did he?
No.
Martin Orr there, and he was in a perfect position. He could probably have just given it another couple of touches.
You don't say a player doesn't look convincing. He didn't look convinced he could score there.
He is hobbling a bit as well, and I just wonder whether he's carrying an injury.
Yeah, he's the one that hit the fence earlier on before half time. So
they've had their chances, haven't they?
Yeah, they've had chances. I think the Mercians have been a better side overall. They've had the chances to.
Instead, the captain with a direct free kick. He's aiming for the goalkeeper who makes the challenge in the end, but there was an elbow went in there from Zach Smith.
He's got to be careful here. He's on a yellow card already. He's just got to be careful.
It was an elbow in the face. We'll just take a quick look at that again on the replay, because it was a direct free kick. It was a push. Actually, it looked like a push actually on behalf of.
Yeah, I don't think it's a yellow card, but
yeah,
I need to give him a little push, and he's bumped into the goalkeeper, I think.
Yeah. David Jones says, calling us from far off lands, saying Hi John, he says the Army Super Cup is the event that kicks off the start of the new season.
There
So
we
thanks
go.
for that, David. It's good to get a definitive answer from yourself. We thought it was a bit like the sort of the Community Shield, but because the season is so extended these days and so spread out, it's always difficult to know whether one season starts and the next one ends. But anyway, we have the definitive info there. So this is the curtain raiser to the Army football season for 24-25. And at the moment, it's all going the way of one Mercian, leading here by 3-0, 3 first half goals to them. And so far, despite their best efforts, 6 Scots, beaten finalists here a couple of years ago on penalties.
Martin Orr's gone off. And Stephen Bell's come on for 6 Scots. So another
little change. So Stephen Bell hoping that his number 13 is going to be lucky for him.
I'm going to try and ring the changes there, John, are they?
Maybe.
With Stephen Bell.
He'll certainly be able to ring the changes.
Yeah, exactly.
But Martin Orr, I think he was carrying an injury, wasn't he?
Yeah, he
suggesting he was going for goal. And I think a fully fit Martin Orr would have probably put that one away.
Yeah.
But here come Scott's chance, and straight away.
No,
There's a claim for a penalty, but
good
it's
defending that.
Waved away. The referee says no chance.
Good defending.
Yeah, a lot of claims going up from the crowd behind the goal, the supporters.
I think more in hope than
expectation, really.
You see the tempo of the game just rising a little bit, though.
Yeah. But things like that can just assist a team, particularly they're chasing the game.
Yeah,
that's nice work on this right-hand side. Here's Smith again. Tries to get the cross in, and he'll win a corner. Been a bit of a rarity actually for the Mercians in this second half, wasn't it? Set pieces and corners.
Yeah. It's been a bit more of an even second half, I think. The Mercians definitely.
It has been much
half.
more even. Yeah. But the Mercians will say, we did
well,
the hard yards
in the first
half.
Definitely.
Yeah. Kennedy then. It's a great corner straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. Looks very reassured. Looks very assured at the back. Now, straight away with the kick, and a little bit too quick for everybody else.
Another substitution coming. It's time for the Mercians, I think.
More changes. It looks like it's going to be Cato who's coming on, wearing number 18. And who is he going to replace?
No, they're not doing it after.
No.
You're not quite ready, I don't think. That was a better man. It'd be Smith possibly coming off because he's obviously on the yellow already.
Yep.
And I think it'd be a wise move by the Mercians to take him off.
Yeah, I think so. He's
just sort of starting to sort of show a little bit too much.
What can
chance here for?
Here's Baker, edge of the box. Oh. Made the wrong decision there, but it was good defensive work.
Yeah, it was by Lawrence, yeah.
Yeah, he made a really good challenge.
Oh, that's a good play there.
Oh, lovely stuff.
Play him in.
Lovely ball forward.
That was lovely play.
And that was a foul.
He's unlucky there. That's good play then.
McInnes wins the free kick.
We haven't got 16 marked.
16 and 17 we don't have marked down on our list. And here comes the change. You're absolutely right. It is going to be Zach Smith who's going off, and he's going to be replaced by Private Cato, wearing number 18. Different sort of a player, I think.
Clever substitution that, because Smith was starting to sort of show his face too much.
Yeah.
And on a yellow card, he's just one sort of stupid challenge off a second yellow.
Yeah. Which they just don't need.
No, exactly. They're convincingly winning at the moment, so why give them a full back in?
Thompson then with a free kick. Just looking for some sort of tactical advantage. He slips as he takes the free kick.
Good touch by Donoghue.
It was nicely done.
Oh.
Good
well
defensive header.
North.
Yeah, great defensive header.
North led, yeah, he's in there again. It was a great little touch here by Donoghue. well defended by Northledge.
Orchard then with the clearance. Nice ball out wide onto the right-hand side. Here's Kennedy again. He'll go for goal, surely.
He'd been better.
He'll be disappointed with that. That was a real opportunity. 4-0, of course. That would have been good night Saigon, I think.
Yeah, got to go across the goalkeeper there, make a save at least. And then maybe something for a tap in, or if he's too far out, then one of the players might get on the end of it. But he's got to put that across the goal.
Goalkeeper comes to make the challenge. Straight back into enemy territory.
Captain there by, I think it's Danny Grattan, David Grattan is in goal now, I think. David McGrattan, is it?
He kicks the ball long.
Yeah.
Again, and
a snapshot there by Donahue.
Yeah, it goes harmlessly high and wide in the end.
He's probably been the best player there.
Yeah, he's looked good,
Kieran
hasn't he?
Donahue,
yeah, he's looked good at times, and they just needed a little bit more composure in front of goal, haven't they? They have had the chances.
Yeah, they have. They've had the chances, and Martin Orr, probably that last one, had the best chance of the half.
Goal kick then taken by Orchard. Good header from Thompson.
Again by Northledge, good defending. Oh, he's back in again. Oh, he's in this time. Begbie's
Now,
going to score.
Chance. Oh, he's put it wide. Well, what a chance then for Sean Begbie. You know, had really the goal at his mercy. It was a really good bit of play. Bit of a mistake from the defence from the Mercians, and Begbie, you know, found his way forward, had the chance, and he hits it wide.
They really have had their chances.
Well,
I'm not just saying that, but they have had their chances, but just haven't been clinical enough.
Well, Begbie now has the chance from a corner. Certainly so much more possession from them in the second half. Corner comes in, eventually cleared. Oh, and that was a strong challenge. And the man who's gone down is Darren Bogle. He was in the wars, if you remember, at the beginning of or the end of the first half.
Yeah.
He tried the shots, but it was a very, very strong challenge.
The unknown number 16. If anyone knows who the number 16 or number 17 is, tell us online, will you please?
Sam Barber wearing number 16. Thanks a lot for that.
Thank you for that.
Aaron Prince, thanks for letting us know. It's Barber wearing number 16. It's always helpful to have a bit of inside knowledge, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
A lot of space now available for Ben Baker here. Plays the ball inside instead.
Nice little touch by Begbie there.
Yeah.
Oh, well defended again by Nicholson.
Yeah, Nicholson's done well. He looks good, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
Really
even
good
when
defensive
even when he's
play.
turned back towards goal, he's still there. It's too easy that. And that's a good challenge.
Good competitive stuff here. Good work from Baker again, turns, but and he wins the free kick. And the ball kicked away.
Duffield's going to get a yellow card for that. Silly one.
And he's
again.
only just come on the pitch
exactly.
as well.
Yeah.
It's a really silly.
Again, nobody attacking that ball coming in big.
Around 12 minutes left then of this Super Cup final.
Hey, Sam Barber's come into the game in the second half, hasn't he?
He has.
He's been a little more. He's back again. Look at that. That's good battle. He's not offside because.
Now, what can they do here? Ball goes wide onto this left-hand side, right-hand side. Nicholson approaches the box, gets the cross in, and it's just wide of that far post. I think he was going for goal, wasn't he? So goal kick then for 6 Scots. In about 5 minutes, we will get the decision about the player of the match here. Offside though goes up against Sean McKnight wearing number 50.
I think we missed a little substitution there. Number 4, Ryan Donoghue went off. And Sean McKnight came on.
Yeah, and instantly he was offside.
Yeah.
They keep knocking on the door, but it's firmly bolted at the moment, isn't it, by the Mercians here.
Another substitution coming now. Yep, they are making another substitution.
More changes happening.
Yep. Number 19's going off, W2 Lawrence.
Yeah, he's only just come on actually. He's not been on for very long, as Lawrence. And he's replaced by Sergeant Ismay, wearing number 4.
Yeah, I think it's Barber.
Oh, 14. No, actually, it's Clydesdale. Lieutenant Clydesdale's come on. The only officer in the team here today. So he's come on to make his appearance for this last 10 minutes or so of the game. Nicholson then takes the throw. There he is again. Nice ball through forward.
Sam Barber again.
Yeah, but he's doing well.
Oh.
And he's won a free kick. So this is a very dangerous situation then for Scots.
Stephen Bell trying to plead his innocence there, but he wasn't going to be with that.
And they've done, give them credit, they've done really well in this second half.
Yeah, they battled hard, I say.
0-0 it is in the second half, and it's been much more of an even contest.
Yeah.
But you just wonder whether that's because the Mercians have not felt they've needed to be pressing quite so hard with that 3-goal cushion.
Yeah, they've done the hard yards in the first half, as you said.
Their long journey up from the south of England, which in case you missed it earlier on, they actually left home at 12:30 this morning and made the journey up in a minibus. That must have been fun.
BB, bit better going back down with the cup.
All credit to them for that. They are going, yes, they are going back because, of course, the exercise are on at the moment. So,
free kick.
Straight into the wall, did its job.
Kato at the far side.
Kato.
Oh. That's a free kick.
So, opportunity gone for the Mercians to extend their lead even further.
You can see the urgency now. Barber.
No, Baker.
Baker's in here. Have a shot.
Gets the shot in.
Oh, good save.
Goalkeeper makes the save,
save
and pushes it onto the top of the crossbar. But that was really good work then.
Good ball, yeah.
On the break. Ben Baker breaking down this right-hand side. And it goes for yet another corner for the team in white shirts.
Another sub to this corner, I think, for the Mercians, I think.
Campbell then takes the corner low into the box, and now here's Kennedy.
This could be dangerous. Oh, it's good back, good tackle. He gets that ball away. That was a good tackle there. If he got that ball away, it's 1v1.
So another change being made. And coming on for them is, going off is Adam Smith, and coming on is Sergeant Ismay. Just to shore things up at the back, give them a bit more solidity to see this game out. Throw-in goes to the Scots. And very shortly we'll be able to tell you who the player of the match is. Selected by Phil Applegarth.
Oh. Sean McKnight being on his toes there, he might get that. Also just going to take his time there, look what they do.
At least he hasn't dived onto the floor.
No, exactly.
Which is one of the most irritating things that goalkeepers do these days. I'm sure one of these days it'll be changed to not allow them to do that.
Yeah.
Mercian ball then. Adam Smith takes it. And the chase
offside,
on then.
Yeah, he's offside.
Has the flag gone up?
Flag's gone up. He hasn't supported it yet.
Well, he's still going. Here's Baker again now. And now the flag has been spotted, yeah.
Nothing to do with VR there, the flag goes up.
And that was pretty close, wasn't it? It was a close run thing there, and Ryan Campbell would consider himself to be a bit unlucky there.
I think it was something else, but he didn't know it.
So Clydesdale then will take the free kick. Big central defender for them.
Into Sam Barwick, not too high for him. It's a good ball.
And once more, Baker on the end of this. Is he going to get there first?
Oh, good
no,
cover.
He isn't. Yeah, excellent play from Adam Smith again, making that challenge. Cross coming in, the header. Oh, and it's in!
Oh, McInnes.
Yeah, well, McInnes has got a goal back for them, and it's the very least that they deserve, I think.
On the second half performance.
Yeah, on their second half performance. The goalkeeper just caught wrong-footed, I think, flat-footed. So it brings 3 Scots back into the game at 3-1.
Probably too little, too late, but you never know.
Well, you never know, but they deserve it for their second half performance, as you say, Andy.
It's been much more even second half.
It has been an even second half. And, well...
That was probably one of the more difficult chances they
and
had.
if you look at the chances that they've had, as you say, you know, they could easily have made this much more of a tighter contest than they have.
Yeah.
But I can reveal to you now, Phil Applegarth has named his player of the match, and it goes to Private Lewis Kennedy from the Mercians. First half, excellent performance in the first half, where he scored a goal, set up another from a corner. So it's Lewis Kennedy who is the player of the match. But the pressure is on the Mercians here. If they were to concede now, it would be very, very interesting last couple of minutes with stoppage time. And there will be a little bit of stoppage time, obviously, for all the substitutions that we've had. They still feel they have a chance here.
Yeah.
Craig Thompson then takes the throw, and that will go out for another corner. Good pressure.
Yeah.
Good pressure from 6 Scots here, from the reserve cup winners.
I think they've got to go for this now, though. They've got to go and leave some gaps at the back.
This could play right into the hands of the Mercians. But
especially a player like Lewis Kennedy, who's fast. If he gets the ball and goes, he won't catch him.
Doesn't look like it's going to trouble the goalkeeper, this one. Just a couple of minutes left. So breaking play and another chance from a free kick then. Craig Thompson, who's looking for another head, and this time it goes out harmlessly for a goal kick. Some of their set pieces have been a bit disappointing, haven't they?
Yeah, a little bit. I say, and that wasn't too bad a one there, but I think Donaghy didn't get under it.
We're going into the last minute of normal time here of this Super Cup final, 3-1. Daniel McInnes getting a late, and it won't be a consolation goal at all for SCOTS. But it's been a really competitive second half, much more competitive than the first half.
Yeah. What was it again? Shoot. Oh.
Well,
no power behind it.
No, that was Sean McKnight there, the substitute.
I think he was stretching a little bit for it, but no power behind it.
Well, one thing's for sure, we will not be going into extra time and penalties unless something absolutely astonishing happens.
Is he in? Oh no, he's not.
It's Kennedy who chases after it eventually, and that's the sort of pressure relief that Mercians will want at this late stage here.
They won't rush us.
Well, they won't want another goal to make this more dramatic than it need be for them. Another change going on for them. So it's Craftsman Nicholson is coming on, and he is replacing the number 17. He's had a good game.
Yeah, wherever he was. Has he come back with a name yet?
So Nicholson wearing the number 20. He was telling us about the journey up earlier on, how many stops they had to have. But he'll be glad to have got on and played his part.
Good little clear there, Ben.
Kennedy gets the cross in. Cato almost on the end of it, but it's cleared by the defence in the end. And a strong finish now. This is a great run.
It's a great run.
Oh, that is a fantastic goal. What a way for it to finish. That is absolutely brilliant from number 16, Sam Barber. Well, that is an amazing goal. What a fantastic goal to really put the seal on this Super Cup. Barber, brilliant goal. Beat off a couple of challenges and slots the ball into that right-hand corner of the net. It's 4-1 to the Mercians here. Well,
to be fair, in his second half performance, that's he deserved that massively because he's been such a good player in the second half.
Well, that puts this clearly beyond all shadow of a doubt now. And you're kind of worried that with the SCOTS pushing forward as they were having to do, that might happen.
Yeah.
But it was a
great finish.
It was a brilliantly taken goal.
A little Mizia run on his own. To be fair, the one Mercians have been deserved winners, I think, in the long term.
Well, for their first half performance, they were totally dominant, but you know, that Six Scots made a really good fight of it in the second half.
Yeah.
And they're still going. Oh. And I think he took a bit of a blow in the face, didn't he, there?
Yeah,
and that's why the referee, quite rightly, has stopped play.
That didn't have hit.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, it was literally point blank. So he seems to be all right. But that looks a little bit like Sean Begbie to me.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah, who took that full in the face. But maybe the scoring isn't over yet. Cross comes in. And on the end of it, can Baker get there? Goalkeeper makes the challenge in the end and makes an extremely good challenge. So there we are. And that is the last action then of this Army Super Cup final. And it's congratulations to one Mercian, their 4-1 victory over Six Scots. Deserved victory in the end, but congratulations as well to Six Scots for making such a fight of it in the second half to really put a little bit of pressure on their opposition towards the end there, Andy. It was excellent play, wasn't it?
It was a really good game.
It was a good game to watch.
Played in a good spirit as well. Strong challenges going in, and played in a good spirit though. And then the deserved winners, I think. Well done, Mercians. One Mercians.
Yeah, well done to the Mercians. Congratulations now being made across the board, and hopefully we'll be able to, you know, maybe show you some of those goals. I know that all the first half goals we can put on a collection for you to show in the run-up as the players just now congratulate each other. And well, it was an excellent performance in the end from the Mercians. They saw the game out well, didn't they? Because they were under a bit of pressure towards the end there.
To be fair, it's probably like their journey up. It's probably they put the foot down to start with. They got halfway up the road, took their foot off the gas about Preston, but then they finished off nicely as they came into Edinburgh. So that's probably a fair reflection of their match.
But when you consider the journey that they've had today,
exactly,
setting off just after midnight from Salisbury to get up here and to make the journey, it's an excellent performance. And I'm sure that that Colonel Grant Brown, will be absolutely will be delighted that his players with the lads obviously on an exercise. We can actually see the goals, I think, now. We'll start off with the first goal, which was a bit of a Lewis Kennedy special, wasn't he? He did really well with that first goal, with Kennedy really breaking the deadlock, because at that time the Mercians had a lot of early pressure. They'd had a lot of attempts, and he put the ball into the back of the net. And then two other goals followed fairly quickly after that, with Zach Smith getting the second. Again, that was from a corner, I think, taken by Kennedy. And then Northledge, the goalkeeper, the central defender and captain, finishing off well. I think it took a bit of a deflection to fly into the back of the net. But all credit to the Six Scots. So they kept, putting some pressure on in the second half.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
And it was Daniel McInnes obviously got the goal back to make it 3-1, but then a fabulous finish as well at the end from Sam Barber to finish things off. And you can see the spring in the step that the players from the Mercians have. Army Cup winners must be absolutely thrilled that they've travelled all this way up to Scotland and produced an excellent performance like this. But overall, a good advert for Army football, Andy.
Yeah, and say just have a word for the referees as well. The officials, they did perfectly well. Adam did a really good game, and as I always say, try and stay out of the game, let the players do the entertaining. You just stay there to orchestrate the whole thing, and he did perfectly well, and be along with his two assistants, Jamie Gibson and Joe Martindale.
I mean, there were a few cards handed out, but you would expect that in a competitive game. I mean, these guys, They want to make it competitive.
Yeah, and they're going to go in and want to win the ball, but sometimes it happens. But I thought you controlled the game well and did it really well. But say it's a great advert for the Army referees.
It is indeed. Well, just in front of us, you can see the dignitaries, VIPs lining up to make those presentations to present the trophy at the end. This wonderful old cup being presented for what, the 8th time as the Army Super Cup, but before that it was obviously it's got lots of other names on it, Andy, so it's a famous old trophy that goes back a long time.
Yeah, it is, and it's huge, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. So we're just going to stay for the trophy presentation, and hopefully we'll catch up with some of the leading figures in the game, which you'll be able to pick up on social media as soon as we've finished our broadcast here. So Steve Clout just thanking the players at the moment for their contribution that they've made today to this Super Cup final, to 6 Scots. Just thanking Hart Hill at the moment, the club, for making this compact little stadium available. And thanks from the Army FA for that. I'm sure a big day that they'll remember for a long time.
Yeah, they will. They've been really good looking after us today. It's been great. So well done, Hart Hill.
Now thanks for the officials. Andy and Steve just saying that he's given both teams a hard time today, and quite right too. Maybe you could just take us through then as the presentations are made by General Alistair Bruce.
Jamie Gibson, Joe Martindale. For the life of me, I can't remember Ryan's second name, sorry about that, Ryan. And Adam Crozier, the referee at the end. They all did really well, though. I thought it was a great advert for the referee and fraternity.
And so you're looking after a referee's course starting tomorrow in Catterick.
And then
hopefully everyone who is on the course has been watching today.
Well, I'm sure we'll get a copy of that on and see if we can use it for the referees. So, yeah.
So Lewis Kennedy comes forward as the player of the match for his tremendous performance, particularly in the second half. I know all his family are watching back home in Tidworth today, including brother Paul, who is nursing an injury after that Infantry Cup final on Thursday. So they'll be particularly proud, I'm sure. Well done to 6 Scots. Gallant finalists here once more. Maybe they'll come back for more next time.
Yeah, they're a good side. They are a good side. Just didn't finish. If they'd finished,
if they'd taken their chances,
if
they'd taken their chances a bit more, maybe it could have been a much tighter contest than the 4-1 score that we have.
Yeah, to be fair, they had chances to draw level probably. But I think the better team won on the day, I think, to be honest.
It's never much fun, is it, coming up and receiving the runners-up medals, but that is exactly what's happening here.
The only good thing is they've got a shorter journey back than
that's true.
One Mercian.
Craig Thompson, the skipper, the final player to receive the award. And now it's time for the winners' medals to be presented, this time by Brigadier Lisa Brooks, who's the commander of 19 Brigade. She presents the winners' medals to one Mercian, who I'm sure will be buoyed on their long journey home by...
Buoyed and stiff, probably.
Buoyed and, yeah, absolutely.
Lactic acid will build up in the legs on the way home, unfortunately, but...
I don't think there'll be excused boots tomorrow.
No. Probably back on exercise.
Yeah, exactly. But they won't mind that too
much.
No,
they won't. They'll be...
It's been a fantastic season for them, and congratulations to Woody Wood, Mark Wood, who has, as assistant manager, has guided them through this in the absence of some of the other senior management members of their team. So it's time for them to receive the cup and be presented with it. As Phil Applegarth, director of Supercat, poses for the photos. And there it is, there's the trophy for them, and they're a happy bunch. Well, great seats for the team in green. And that brings us to the end of our broadcast here today, so thank you ever so much for tuning in. My thanks to Andy Halliday and the rest of our team here. Andy, it's been a great afternoon.
Thank you, John. It's been a pleasure.
Good way to spend a Sunday lunchtime.
Indeed, yeah. I'm going to Sunday lunch now.
Absolutely. So from me, John Knighton, and all the team here up in Scotland, we wish you a very good afternoon. And don't forget, we've got loads more live sport coming your way throughout this autumn period right here on our Forces News YouTube channel. Join us again soon. From all of us, bye for now. Straight through and under the post, the Army hit back. And it's straight over for a try. Early doors for the Navy. That ball goes out wide. It is going to be another try for the RAF.